Here I am, ladies and gentlemen, at Bannockburn with my good mate, Robert the Bruce here. You know that history's been pretty good to you when you're remembered as the something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would personally like to be remembered as Daniel the Downey, even if admittedly that does make me sound a wee bit like a comedian with learning disabilities. But nonetheless, this guy, I mean, the Bruce, he really was the shit. This guy is very, very important in our history. This is the guy that secured Scottish independence after having himself crowned King of Scotland in 1306. He had himself crowned because he just basically murdered the guy who was actually next in line to the throne, a guy called John Comyn, in a church in Dumfries. And things didn't go particularly well for the Bruce after he pulled that wee stunt. He was hunted by the Comyn supporters. His wife, she was kidnapped and imprisoned in England. His daughter, she was sent to a nunnery in Yorkshire. His sister, she was like imprisoned in a kind of hanging cage and suspended outside the Roxburgh Castle walls for 7 fucking years. His brother Neil was hung, drawn and quartered at Berwick. His brother Alexander was hung, drawn and quartered at Carlisle, as was his brother Thomas, also hung, drawn and quartered at Carlisle. And the Bruce himself, he almost died of a mysterious illness while being surrounded by Comyn supporters up in Huntly in the north of Scotland. But you know, aside from that, things were going all right, you know. And by the 24th of June, 1314, he had managed to turn things around. And here at the Battle of Bannockburn, he defeated Edward II and secured Scotland's independence. It is by far and away our most famous victory in this country's history, you know, well, until 2007 and James McFadden scored that goal in Paris. But there's a story that I'll share with you. On the 23rd of June, there was an English knight, a guy called Henry de Bohun, and he was part of the English vanguard. And the night before the Battle of Bannockburn, he actually spotted Robert the Bruce addressing his troops, right? And this big, heavily armoured knight, he had like all his kind of armour and a big lance, and he saw his chance for glory and started charging towards the Bruce, right? Now the Bruce, he was just in like a wee pony and didn't have any armour or anything like that, right? He just stood up in his stirrups and shouted, "Come ahead, you fucking ball bag," right? And swung his axe and split this guy's skull in 2 places. Everyone went absolutely fucking berserk, and you know, the next day we just cleared up. And I mean, that's pretty much why he's our best king ever, apart from King Faddy, of course.